Autoline Daily is brought to you by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Here's some of what's in today's show. Toyota's residual values drop. Hyundai's chairman is ordered to pay a massive fine. And Ford uses robots to improve the interiors of its cars. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Monday, February 8th, 2010, and now the news. Hyundai's chairman, Chung Mong-Koo, was ordered to pay the company $60 million. According to Bloomberg, he was found guilty of embezzlement and breach of duty in 2008 and was given a 3-year jail sentence, but was later pardoned by Korea's president. Another vice chairman was ordered to pay nearly $47 million as well. Well, it didn't take too long for Toyota's troubles to affect its resale value. According to the AP, Kelley Blue Book reports Toyota's values have dropped by as much as 3%. The recalled models are worth $200 to $500 less than they were before the recalls, and undoubtedly that will get packaged into all those class action lawsuits filed against Toyota. And the AP reports Toyota will recall the Prius in Japan over brake issues. Toyota told dealers in the U.S. it has a fix, but has not decided if it will issue a formal recall. The problem affects about 270,000 vehicles sold starting last May in both the U.S. and Japan. Drivers have complained there is a short delay before the anti-lock brakes kick in, which Toyota says can be fixed with a software programming change. But believe me, if they recall them in Japan, they will have to recall them everywhere else in the world. Hey, Wolfie is back! Wolfgang Bernhard was named as head of the Mercedes-Benz van unit and is also back on the board of management. Bernhard really made a name for himself as the #2 executive at Chrysler back when it was part of Daimler Chrysler. He worked for then Chrysler CEO Dieter Zetsche, who is now the CEO of Daimler. Actually, Wolfgang was supposed to run Mercedes-Benz years ago, but he clashed with then CEO Jürgen Schrempp and was forced out of the company. So he went to Volkswagen until he was forced out of there. And now he's back at Daimler. This time I predict he will not be forced out. Not by his pal Dieter Zetsche. In fact, Wolfie will probably end up running the joint when Dieter retires. Today, GM announced that its 6.6-liter DURAMAX diesel engine has been upgraded to run on B20 biodiesel, a blend of 80% conventional diesel fuel and 20% bio-based fuel. To make the heavy-duty engine compatible with the eco-friendly fuel, GM fitted it with new seals and gaskets to withstand the higher ester content and installed an upgraded fuel filter. The new DURAMAX diesel can run on any combination of biodiesel up to 20% and is covered by the company's 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. According to the website physics.org, researchers at London's Imperial College and their partners, including Volvo, are working on creating a new material that can store and discharge electrical energy. Scientists believe the patented carbon fiber and polymer resin can be used to make casings for cell phones and other electronic devices, and eventually, even car bodies. The material can store and discharge large amounts of energy very quickly. Now imagine if next-generation EVs didn't need batteries and instead could use their structure and body panels to store electricity. It'd be a lot lighter and probably a lot cheaper too. So, I got an email this morning from some company called Paddy Power. Turns out it's a bookmaking company based in Ireland that runs gaming operations in the UK and Australia. You can bet on everything, on the horses, on the Olympics, even on the Oscars. Well, now it's taking odds on Toyota's next recall. It's laying 1 to 3 odds that Toyota will be the next international car brand to issue a recall in excess of 100,000 vehicles. And next on the list is Lexus with 2 to 1 odds. Every other automaker falls far behind that. So who do you think they think is the least likely automaker to launch a recall? Skoda, the Czech brand that's owned by Volkswagen. Coming up next, we'll take a look at how Ford is using robots to improve its interiors. Recently on Autoline Daily, we showed you technology that Ford is using to help improve the sound in its vehicles, to make them quieter and improve quality. Now, let's take a look at how the company is using robots to improve its interiors. Normally, most automakers use customer feedback to make sure the materials used in the interior have the right look and feel. Unfortunately, this can be subjective, and sometimes it doesn't come out quite right. That's why Ford engineers in Europe are using robots to help develop new interiors for its vehicles. Ford calls it the Robotized Unit for Tactility and Haptics, or RUTH for short. Engineers can test materials and buttons with RUTH and then compare that with its customer feedback on what a quality interior should be. RUTH can then be programmed to meet those characteristics. This allows Ford to provide its suppliers with specific data, like how soft a surface should be, to get a more precise final product, which saves time and money. And it also allows Ford to get a consistent look and feel throughout its vehicles. The company has used it for nearly 4 years now in Europe, including the new Focus and Fiesta, which will be debuting in the US later this year. Hey, don't forget to join us this Thursday for Autoline After Hours. We'll have Jason Vines back to talk about Toyota's crisis and crisis management in general. Remember, Jason was running Ford's public relations operations during the Explorer Firestone fiasco, so he knows a thing or two about crisis management. That's Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.